Yes, that was very exciting. So I'm a Fresh Direct ambassador.
How did a culinary instructor go from teaching to becoming a micro-influencer to creating high-end exclusive pop-up restaurants?
When I was, I would say, even just a young child, I loved watching Food Network. And I even say that now in my classes, that everyone would benefit a little bit from watching these older Food Network shows.
So not current Food Network?
No.
So this is like 2001 Food Network?
Probably. Which is what I say. It's funny that you said it like that, but that's what I say. Watch 2001, 2002, 2003, those Food Network.
Do you remember being in elementary school and watching it and being like, I want to do that?
Definitely. That's where I did things. And this was also it wasn't pre-internet, but it was me having a laptop or whatever, and I would have to watch the show and write it down on a paper.
You were writing the recipe
Yeah,
down.
you'd watch and just write what to do. That's what everyone did before. It was just that I was much younger than everyone else that did it. I remember asking my mother to make something that I wrote down. I remember what it was. It was a tuna steak with a mango, like salsa thing. And I remember asking her, and she was like, no. I'll buy everything, write down what to get, and you'll make it. You make it, which was the best possible thing she could have done. It was amazing. And she's a great cook, but I did it. And I remember making that specifically. That wasn't necessarily the first thing I ever cooked, but it was the first thing that had like a recipe that I made and I followed and I watched it on TV.
And you were in like 7th grade?
Yeah, I was probably younger.
So you graduate high school.
Yes.
You graduate high school, you're 18, and you get married.
Yes. Got married a few months after high school. It wasn't the way that it is now where we always have people over, and it wasn't like that, but I was still
You weren't
cooking.
famous yet?
No. No, this was pre-Holy Kale. That didn't come until 2014, was when I started the Instagram page. It was starting, that the food scene on Instagram was starting.
In 2014, you make an Instagram account called Holy Kale. Mm-hmm. And you're just doing that to post pictures of the dishes that you're cooking.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with a business.
Not at all.
Just for fun.
Yes, just for fun. People knew that I liked to cook. They knew that I was very into, vegetables, wholesome food, plant-based recipes. But then, at that time, the year that I started Holy Kale, a restaurant reached out to me. It was a Juice Theory reached out to me. They were just starting just only juices in a storefront, and they wanted food for people to be able to buy. So that year I was making for them food. It wasn't salads and things, just little pickups. And that was the first food-related job that I ever did.
2018, you revolutionized cooking classes.
I think so, yes.
You completely changed the game.
I think so. What was happening was so many people wanted to come or to be involved in the classes, but they didn't want to make a whole day about it. They didn't want to call their friends and see who was going. It becomes very complicated. They wanted just to know, I'm coming and I'll see who's there. It was very organic in that way. I would post, here's open sign-up class, it's in my house, who wants to come?
This cooking class experience never really existed before.
It didn't. What existed was a cooking class in a traditional way, which was like everyone arrives and you're all chopping and touching things and making things for each dish, which is great, but I noticed people don't want to do that. They want to just come and watch and have a nice day. The ladies that are coming to my class, we work a lot at home. We're cooking a lot at home. They want to come and relax.
They don't want to chop an onion.
They want to sit, they want to eat a muffin, they want to have coffee and watch me make their lunch, which is great, and that's also what I wanted to do. They want to see me do it. They know how to do it. They want to see how I do it.
Right. Which
was very fun, and once I realized that, the classes got better because they're seamless. There's, I'm doing it the way I would normally do it, so there's no mistakes really.
Right.
And not only that, people were enjoying it more. And what was different about it, and what is different about it, is they're coming to my house and it feels like it's my friends coming over for lunch. That's the vibe that I set. I set out coffee and snacks and whatever, and then I set the table and we all sit down after and we eat together. It became like a nice group of friends having lunch together.
And it's also like they get to learn something and they get
Yes.
to be entertained. Like
Yes.
they're watching a cooking show live.
That was definitely the feeling that I wanted it to have, like a cooking show when you feel like you're invited into their home. When they set these cooking shows and it looks like it's in their house, it's so nice. It makes you feel like you're there, like you're friends with them.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted it to feel. And these people, they really all became my close friends just by coming over.
So COVID hits,
Yeah.
there's no more classes,
No.
but a few months later, you pivoted to what is an unbelievable business.
Yeah. In June, someone called me, and someone that doesn't know me but is a friend of a friend. She called me and said, I have a client that wants to have a dinner catered in his house for a birthday. I said, but I'm not a caterer. And I didn't know what this job was going to be. I didn't want to be a caterer in the sense of what people think it is. I didn't want to just drop food off. So I wanted it to feel similar to what I wanted with the cooking classes. I wanted to feel like you were in my zone, my way, my table, my plates, you know, the way that I like it. And so that was what I think.
You needed to recreate your home cooking class experience.
Yes.
To wherever you're going to be catering.
That's what I wanted. I wanted the table setting to have my touch. I wanted someone to look at it and say, oh, I know who did this. So that was important, and that's what I told the lady that called me. I said, I guess I could do it. And I said yes because I didn't see a future ever in teaching classes again or over this summer. So I went, and it was unbelievable. It was really a great experience, and I enjoyed it a lot. It felt like a pop-up restaurant, which was fun. So I did that, and then after that I got another job. And throughout this point, I was speaking with my friend Serena Seton, and she was helping me, go back and forth, just menus. Serena feels the same way as I do about food and the way the menus should be built. So we were just as friends speaking to each other.
Right.
Then
and
third
you guys
job,
kind of have the same head.
Yes. We have the same head, same work ethic. Really just, I think we agreed on a lot. She said, I'm in. At that point, then we really rallied and we decided, okay, we're gonna have a look. We're gonna have really tried to make it stand alone. I wanted it to be something really special, and I wanted it for everyone to look at it and know, oh, this is who did it. After that first job, one job that we did together, I said, okay, so if we get another 4 of these the whole summer, that'll be great. We did great, I'll be so proud. After that job, within days, we were booked until, so this was July, we were booked the entire July.
So you charge more than double the price of some major high-end restaurants.
We are giving you high quality food, restaurant quality food, but we are not a restaurant. We don't have that pasta that you're eating. Every little pasta that was handmade by my hands and Serena's hands was time. That's hours of pasta rolling. That's hours of thinking of the table. I make a mood board. That's, before you came, my entire dining room table was, I should have left it, but my entire dining room table was covered with plates and cups and napkins, tied different ways, folded different ways. The thought that we put into this is just, you can see it when you see the tables. When you see the food, you can see it. And I do stand by that. I think that anyone who's experienced it would say it is extra special. You're getting really, with us, full service. You're getting wine pairings, everything, flowers, all of my linens. It's really, you're getting a full experience. And not only that, the food and just the menu, the way that we build it. There's so much thought in this. So many meetings that we have just to discuss if we put tomato too many times. I don't think that anyone else is thinking about it in that way. I have now in this home 7 different types of dishes. That is what set us apart mostly. You were eating on china and real silverware and linen napkins, and that the tables were really curated to feel real and special.
Right.
Another thing that was a big deal to everyone, and it's something that I would appreciate so much as a customer, as a client, is we bring all the help, the cleanup, the wait staff. We bring all of our own pots and pans. So we're not, if you see, you know, somebody coming into your kitchen, you don't want them to like start messing up all your stuff. People are very particular, and you want to also respect the home.
Right. And you're providing a higher level of service than even like a fancy restaurant chef.
Definitely, I think so. Over the summer, people were getting restaurant chefs in, which was great, and the meals actually did look very good. The difference is a restaurant chef does not treat a kitchen the way that I would treat a kitchen. They're coming in with pots and pans the size of you. They are huge, and they're banging around your kitchen. It's just very different. Also, they're not providing the glassware, the tableware, all that stuff, the flowers. So I am really doing everything.
You're
it would be the job of the party planner plus what a caterer. It's both. I didn't even want the client to wake up the next morning and have rags that needed to be folded. I wanted it to be the oven mitts. We bring oven mitts. We bring everything, just so that there are no questions. There's, you know, I want it to be like, they came, they left, and it never happened. That's what the kitchen should look like, and it's very important to me. Listen, I know it's more expensive. I know that it is, that it's not for everyone. I know that. But I think the clients that come, that do have it, they know that it's for a reason.
Right.
They do.
And there's a reason why you have so much repeat business.
There is yes, and
like,
we didn't think that either. We did not think that the same client would call us a few times. We thought it's like a thing, it's an experience, and that's that. What happened was we got a few repeat clients, many. The biggest compliment, of course, saying that the food was incredible is what most would think is the highest compliment, but when people use the word professional, that it was so professional, to me that's the highest compliment, because that is really what I want.
You cater to a very high-end clientele. Do you ever get nervous?
Not really. I really am very confident in the service that we're providing. I know that it is professional. I know that the food is of top quality. And I think that also it's much nicer when you have a confident person.
What do you do when people try to negotiate?
I didn't build the pricing for negotiation. So I'm very happy to recommend someone else, and I love to do that also. I have a few people that I know are really good, and so I recommend them, and I feel like that's fine.
Right.
If you want it, I'm here, and if not, these are incredible people.
And you learned over the course of your career that it's okay to say no.
Yes, that's a hard thing to learn. That this is what I do, and if you would like it, please call me, and if not, it's okay. That was hard in the beginning. You know, you want to take every job and you want to work with people, but sometimes you can't.
Right. Just in terms of Holy Kale, right? You started to build a following. Like, it didn't happen right away.
No, yeah.
But you started to build a real following.
I decided, this was in 2019, so it was like last spring. I reached out to other influencers in the community that were food related, or food or art. And we all went. I invited them on a day to a chef's house that does these classes in his house, which also I was somewhat inspired by his classes. And he has a garden outside, and you like eat from the garden, and it's very, very, very fun day. So I invited, it was about like 15 people. I invited friends and the influencers to just all mix together.
Right.
And we had an amazing day, and that definitely set like a little friendship group that we have now.
You are what they would call a micro-influencer.
Yes. So a micro-influencer is, I don't know how it's really defined, but it's essentially an influencer that it doesn't have 1 million followers or 100,000 followers, something huge. So the bigger companies realized that the micro-influencers is where it's at, really, because it feels more personal. You know, something, people really know me. My followers know me. That's really why. When you follow a huge influencer, we don't know them. So that is the difference.
As an Instagram influencer, I'm sure you know a lot of people like look up to you and look up to you guys, and they're like, oh my God, so cool. What's the behind the scenes?
I think that really, it looks like, you know, being casual about it and being cool about it, but we're really big nerds. I could speak for myself and a few other friends. We care a lot. We really put a lot of work into it, and it's, you know, we play it cool, but it is very exciting. Every like is exciting. All the feedback is exciting.
Right.
And we care.
So in 2018, Fresh Direct reached out to you.
Yes.
And now you work with them.
Yes, that was very exciting. So I'm a Fresh Direct ambassador. As I started to post about it, and they, I think, also saw an increase in clients like in my area, they told me, and they said they realized it was from me.
Right.
So now I work with them, and I have a page on their website that you can shop my cart, which is very exciting too.
If you could move anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Somewhere, it doesn't matter where, but we need good, I want to have like a huge farm, wherever that is.